Hello, I'd like to give you a gift from Griak One. And today we're going to have somebody speaking a little bit differently than I do. And most of the time you'll pay attention to that because he has the right dialect, he has the right color, even though I call him my brother, because he's speaking facts. I'm not here to entertain you, and I am not here to please you. I am here to give the truth as best as I know it. I'm not here to disrespect anybody, but the truth has to be the authority. So let's listen to what this man has to say, okay? Because I've told you several videos ago about what's going to happen when the new regime gets in here. And they're here, and now people are crying. I don't want to hear it.
Hey, this is your brother Dana, and I'm coming to you from the city of Atlanta. Hey, family, I wanted to share a couple of things with you. I knew President Donald Trump and all his minions, the conservative, Republican, Christian, righteous family members, had to be and have to be in charge and in control. They have to be in control so that when this nation falls in these next years to come, while they're in control, they will not be able to blame it on the demon Democrats, those ungodly lawbreakers. They will not be able to blame it on the homosexuals. They will not be able to blame it on a woman leader. And they will not be able to blame it on the black man or even those illegal aliens coming into our country. But when the fall of this nation happens, it will happen when the conservative, righteous, law-abiding, Christian, Republican, white family members are in charge. So that is why I say to all of you that are left out of that description, let them have their country as it falls. If they don't want you on the front lines to fight for their nation, then let them fight for their own nation. They don't want you anyway. If they don't want you in high places then give it to them so that when it falls, how will they be able to explain that this nation was finally back up and running by the bestest of the greatest of the greats of them all? White, conservative, law-abiding, Christian, Republican family members. So family, my white, conservative, Republican, Christian, Trump-loving family members are just setting themselves up for the biggest disappointment they'll ever face in their lives. See, I'm going to share this last part of this dream I had before Trump became president the first time. And now I understand that the fulfillment of this dream is this time. I was walking into a small town such as what I grew up in southern Minnesota. And especially during Memorial and 4th of July, we would parade our streets with flags, and neighbors would make sure their flags were outside, and it was very patriotic. And so as I was walking into this town, I knew that something very patriotic was happening because I saw all these flags, and then I saw people sitting on the curbs. Some were in chairs, lawn chairs, others were sitting on blankets, and I knew that they were ready for some great parade of celebration. And it had to be a celebration of this nation because the little kids were holding little flags, and the senior citizens sitting in those lawn chairs under the shade of the canopies of the stores had bigger flags. But see, one thing I also noticed is that all of my white family members in this town with their flags were all dead. It was as if they were frozen in time. There was no decay. There was no stink, no smell. It was my white family, from children to grandparents, holding their flags, anticipating some great celebration of their nation. And they were all dead. So I say, let my white, evangelical, conservative, Republican, Christian, Trump-loving family members have their power. Because the end is not what they're anticipating or even expecting. It will not be as Trump said in his speech. It will not be your golden years, white family. But in fact, as that prayed and that dream showed me, it will be your final age.
Now, I like the fact that there are no theatrics, there's no music. This is facts. These are things that's actually one man talking to supposedly a conscious audience, letting them know what time it is. And as you know by his voice, this man has a European family also. But let's listen to some more of him.
Hey, this is your brother Dana, and I'm coming to you from the city of Atlanta. I really don't understand why anybody would be surprised or shocked that President Trump has already clearly laid blame for the horrific crash that took the lives of 68 people. I mean, whenever has it been the white man's fault? Whenever has the white man done wrong? I mean, let's look at the slaughtering of the 13 million natives that lived in these lands while we colonized it. They were cannibals, wild animals. Somebody had to do it. And then our enslaving our black brothers and sisters. After all, somebody had to teach them how to use their hands and be productive people in this world. Why not us? And then that slavery was okay because in it and during it, we had an opportunity to bring them to the saving knowledge of our white Jesus. So I ask again, when has the white man ever done wrong? And therefore, if they've never done wrong, how could they ever be at fault? So don't be so shocked or surprised when you see that President Trump, the poster child of white privilege and supremacy, always finds someone else to blame. This is your brother Dana, and I'm coming to you from the city of Atlanta. Shalom.
Ladies and gentlemen, I had to share those words, those videos with you because it does not matter how the truth comes to us. It is not a problem for me, whether they're my white brothers, Latino brothers, Asian brothers, anybody who is willing to join into some type of a community-minded focus on bettering our conditions, obtaining our citizenship, and doing the things that we need to move ahead as human beings, I'm down with that. But I know one thing. I am not going to submit to any more human brutality, being less than human being, and most of all, I'm not here to entertain and act a fool for nobody. So keep your money, even though you know what to do. Y'all support all kind of organizations and things that do nothing for the community. And you act like individualistic people when we're supposed to be community-minded. And this is why we are in the shape that we are in today.